Tuesday. Not till March.
It's March.
All right, so we're gonna get started here over this lesson. So if you're not done with your warm up, keep working on it. I'm not turning off Socratic, so you can still type it in
Yeah,
later.
it's in 2 weeks.
If you're not trying to do it, we'll talk about it later. Okay. So this is gonna be our last lesson for this chapter. So to start with, we're gonna be making what's called Pascal's triangle. So I think it's what's his first name? It's like Blaze. I think his first name is. It's actually this guy right here. This very dapper gentleman. His name's Pascal. He did quite a few different things. But what we're going to learn about is his Pascal's triangle, his triangle he made. So we're going to learn this triangle, and then we're going to use it in a minute.
He died a long time ago.
Yeah, he was pretty old.
That's like a long time.
A lot of times we don't
Can't do math.
really have specific things tied to specific mathematicians, but this time around we did. It's literally got his name in it.
Is he gonna be on the test?
Okay. We're going to make what's called Pascal's triangle, and we're going to be using this on today's lesson, and you're going to need this for your homework, so make sure you get this down. Okay. So, Pascal's triangle is split into different rows, and we're going to start with row 0. And row 0 is pretty simple. It has just a 1 in it. That one's it.
Whoa.
Oh, I think I just looked at that.
Row 1, it's a little backwards, but row 1 is
two.
going to have 2 1s in it.
Wait, what?
2
Oh,
1s. And we're going to kind of, you'll see, this will make a triangle shape because we're going to kind of go out a bunch on both sides.
Okay.
And it'll make a triangle shape. No. So this is
Six
the number
rows?
1.
I apologize.
Row 0 just has the number 1.
What?
That's the number 1.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, not with 1s. Okay. Row 0 and row 1 are kind of
I
weird.
drop out.
You just memorize these ones because they're easy. Row 0 has a single 1. Row 1 has 2 1s. And this is where it gets more interesting. Row 2. So every row in Pascal's triangle starts with 1 and ends with 1. So I'm going to start with the 1 here. And then, all the rest of these, I'm going to get by adding together whatever is above it. So, we are going to add together these 2 to get the number 2. And then we're going to end with another 1. So, only a 2 in the middle in row 2. Row 3 is going to get a little more complicated. So we're going to start with 1, right? They all start and end with 1. I'm going to add together these 2 now. Get 3, right? We're going to add together these 2, and I'm going to get 3. And then I'm going to end with 1. And you guys can see the pattern. What's going to be right here in row 4?
4.
And right here?
6, 4.
6, 4, right? Okay, row 4 here.
Wait, almost.
Wait, yeah, I just lost you too.
Okay. So everybody got row 3 so far.
Yeah.
So row 4,
How many rows are we doing?
maybe 8.
800.
We're going to start with 1. Okay. And we're going to add together
Oh.
the 2 above it. I'm going to go 1 plus 3, which is
4.
4, right? And I'm going to put that in the middle. Okay? In this spot, I'm going to add 3 and 3
Oh, wait.
to get 6. In this spot, I'm going to add 3 and 1 to get 4. And then I'm going to
I
end
think I
with
messed
1.
up.
Okay? We're going to go to row 5. Hey, what are you doing? I'm tapping my foot. It's weird.
This class gets better every day.
Let's go.
Okay, so row 5, start with 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 4 plus 6 is 10. Another 6 plus 4 is 10. 5, 1, right? Not too bad. Alright, you guys want to try some rows on your own?
No.
No.
This is too easy.
Alright, I want you to do 6, 7, and 8 on your own.
15. 51.
6, 7, and 8 on your
How
own.
many?
Start writing a little smaller.
This is annoying. What's 21? 21.
What is
35.
Sorry. Man, it is too big.
15, 20, 35?
Yes. 56,
Hey, some of us are slower.
35, 55, 70.
I am just slow about
70.
coffee.
Right? It was 77.
Actually, I've been. Never mind. It's a lie. I don't understand the reason.
Not a lot of numbers.
We're gonna review it. We're gonna spend at least 2 days reviewing it.
No, I was gonna ask.
Maybe more.
I'm like,
So our assignment just see how many rows we can get.
We're
I'd be okay with that.
But it's way too close together, so it's like one big conjunction.
If he walks from the distance, he
Straight after you.
I
You can honestly just look this shit. Oh, yeah.
I have PD now because of the fact being slow. I can try.
just when you're bored, math with me, and we'll help each other. Because I bet you we can do the same assignments.
I have like a
I'm just gonna
50%.
Google it. and
Oh,
then
speaking of which,
look at
those
images
3
and be done.
things I was using the Walmart scenarios.
I could keep going all the way to,
like 1%.
was that row 10?
Got me up 30%.
Well, 13, that's row 15.
I would
All right.
30%.
So make sure you got your Pascal's triangle completed. Go to at least line 8. Or excuse me, row 8. No, line 8. Well, kind of same thing. I don't believe you're going to go farther than that. Did you guys look it up? Did you cheat and look it up?
No, I just looked it up afterwards, just to see how far I would
Oh yeah, it goes way down there.
Yeah.
Is that our assignment? Just do it over and
No,
over?
no, we're not just doing the triangle. It's kind of fun to make, but
No, it's not.
Not really.
You're crazy.
Let's make a.
all right. I'll give you another minute or so. Finish off your Pascal's triangle. Your triangle.
What?
No, I
Pascalian.
There's people making designs of this crap.
Oh yeah, this thing is super intense. There's way more code on here.
They're trying.
Because there's different things that make up different stuff. So this is actually, we actually talked about this in geometry. Remember the Fibonacci sequence? 1, 1, 2, yeah. That's it.
I messed up somewhere.
Very
I don't know.
Very interesting. So I'm gonna give you another minute. Finish off your triangle. Make sure you're all the way to row 8.
It goes
Okay, I
up to
messed
like
up somewhere.
30.
I have no idea.
One more. 20, 62, 5, 3, 0, 1. That's 20 million?
Okay, so people are slow now.
Which it doesn't.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Are you
5,000
This can't be.
Zoom in.
Can't.
I'm gonna
There's no
one
way.
right there.
Yeah, I can't.
okay?
All right, make sure you got your triangle down because you are gonna need it for all of your homework.
Ah.
Are you serious, man?
Yes, yes I am.
My triangle is
How long is the homework?
As much.
My
I
triangle.
don't know how long. I have a
Pascal's
game.
dead. He's been dead for like 3
Do we have school tomorrow?
No.
I said
School Monday either.
Oh,
All right.
we have school next Friday.
So if you're not done with your triangle, you're gonna have to copy from a neighbor or something. Okay. So the reason Pascal's triangle is there's actually a lot that goes on in this triangle. We're not going to talk about very much of it.
Why not?
But Pascal's triangle, along with what's called the binomial theorem, will help us when we have parentheses to an exponent. So, for example, what if I had a plus b to the 6th?
It'll be
They both
So,
A, 6.
A plus b to the 6th is not just a to the 6th, b to the 6th. Okay, what if I had, let me put it for you this way. What if I had an x plus 1 squared, right? That's not x squared plus 1 squared. That's x plus 1 times x plus 1, right? And we'd have to go through and FOIL, which we learned how to do, that's not bad. But what if it was to the 3rd power? I'd have to add on another x plus 1, right? And go through and double distribute. Or what if it was to the 4th power? I'd have to add on another x plus 1, right? You guys want to go through and do all that? Well, thankfully, Pascal made it so we don't have
I
to.
wouldn't mind.
Really?
Yep.
Pascal.
Okay. That's why we just did that triangle.
Do this triangle.
Yes. Okay. So, if I have a plus b to the 6th, our coefficients, so you know how, like, if I FOIL, I start with x squared, and then I'll have, like, something x, and then some number, right? When I have this, my coefficients, my numbers in the front, are going to be the same as row 6 in Pascal's triangle. Hey, what do you need, Dan? What do you need, man?
I messed up my triangle. I wouldn't be able to use it if I actually knew.
That's true. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look at row 6 on Pascal's triangle.
I'm just slopping it down to make it look good.
So row 6 is right here, right? 1,
Right.
6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. My coefficients, my numbers in front, are going to be the exact same thing as these numbers right here in row 6. So because I can't go back and look at it, tell me what's row 6? 1, 6, and then what was it?
15,
15,
You can tell by the row because the second number
And
is
then
equivalent to the row.
20, and then 15,
6, and 1.
6, and 1, right?
I
Okay.
thought we were gonna say you did 6.
So that's my row 6 in Pascal's triangle, right?
No.
The binomial theorem says if
What
you
is
have
that
a thing in
word?
2 parentheses,
Bay-
you're going to have an A and a B on each one of these.
row 6.
So we're going to have an A, B, and then plus. We're going to have an A, B, plus, 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 right? Okay.
Oops.
And then the binomial theorem says A, whatever A is, that exponent is going to start at 6, because that's the exponent I start with here, and it's going to count down. B is going to start at 0, and it's going to count up.
0 and up.
So A is going to start at 6 and count down. B is going to start at 0 and count up. I'm going to have A to the 6th, B to the 0 on this first one. So I'm going to have 1A6, B0 plus 6A5, B1 plus 15A4, I made this too small, but 15A4, B2 plus 20A3, B3 plus 15A2, B4.
So it just A gets smaller while B gets higher.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Like,
6.
Oh, I forgot A, B right here.
how come did you just start with 6? Oh, wait, because it's
Because of
the,
this exponent right here.
okay. And then,
That one's gonna be
I don't get it all the way, but I feel like I had to.
So we're going to practice this. Alright, so I'm going to keep going, then I'm going to have A, 1, B5, and then I forgot to put my AB in this last one.
Oh, is
I'm
it
going to have 1, A,
Wait, how did you
0,
get 5?
B6.
Where are you even at?
Or which one?
Whoa.
15, 6,
What?
1.
I forgot
Oh, I didn't
15.
even.
Oh. Okay, so this A plus B to the 6, if I were to go through and FOIL and double distribute and all that really annoying stuff, I would get the exact same thing as this piece right here. And while this took a lot of time, right, it took way less time than if you had to do it all by hand. This would take you 15 minutes to do by hand if you're doing it the long way. So instead, this took about 2 minutes. So we're actually going to go through and we're going to do these.
Would not take it.
We're going to do some of the more of these. This is all we're doing today.
Wait,
Practicing
don't change it,
Pascal's
don't change
triangle. I know. I'm not going to change it yet.
I'm so lost. 2.
What?
X
What
squared
does it even
to
say?
the 4.
I know.
I don't even know
So,
how to do it.
you're okay. Let me just write this so it's a little easier to see. Okay. So after I do A plus B to the 6, I will get, it is going to equal, for my log polynomial, 1 A to the 6, B to the 0, plus 6 A to the 5th, B to the 1, plus 15 A to the 4, B squared, plus 20 A to the 3rd,
Is the
B
exponent
to
the
the
number
3rd.
of the row?
Yes, that's how it starts.
What are you doing now?
I'm just rewriting it so it's easier to see.
Oh.
Plus 15a squared, b to the 4, plus 6a1 b5, plus 1a0 b6. That's a really long, kind of tough problem, but it is way, way quicker.
Friction chemistry.
So it's just goes.
Oh.
Yeah, balancing equations. Let's go.
No.
Okay, so let's practice doing one with some numbers and stuff in here, and that's going to help a little bit. Okay, does everybody have this down so far?
Okay.
James, you got this down so far?
This Kenny taught me how to make the math.
No, I'm still working on my triangle.
Okay, copy. Yeah, copy from Jaden then. Copy from Jaden.
Well, she didn't actually make it. She was explaining it. Yeah.
You got it, Raven? You still writing?
I'm still writing.
Okay, I'll wait for you to finish.
I hope you one day.
Is there another paper up there?
Yeah,
Can I have it, please?
I guess.
Did you mess up?
Oh, it's him.
Look at that.
You're
I'll
like a
take
super
that.
smart cousin or something, or made math and stuff.
Oh, you're not gonna repeat the
Go
graph.
past sleep while eating.
I repeat everything
I'm
on
gonna fall asleep.
because I majorly messed up the right here. You don't say shit like
Plus.
that.
Plus 20.
Oh.
Oh, that's a B.
Are you
To
drink
the
water?
No.
Please.
Not really.
After the lesson.
Other people are watching.
Good.
You don't go very far unless this is one. Then if so,
Does it fall down?
I was gonna say something different.
Eventually.
what?
That's the
Slime.
Bad James.
Why is there
Alright,
cute
everyone, you're
and
right.
stuff on
Can I
our
time lapse it?
What's after 1A?
That's 1A0B6.
This actually can't be real. Wait, what's Fibonacci?
Fibonacci sequence?
Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
We'll talk about that.
No.
We might talk about it more.
No.
Not
1, 1,
today,
2,
right?
3, 5,
Dude, I can't.
7, 12. Yeah, 12.
These don't look like numbers.
Maybe we'll talk about it. Take a day.
One
These look
for
like
one.
the
Okay,
illusions.
so halfway through it, it changes. Back up.
Oh no, if
Yes, because the
How do you
A,
know when to change it though?
because you're just counting down.
Look at your.
Wait, let's do one together. All right, let's do let's do more of a real one together now. We are gonna do x minus 2 to the 4th power. We're gonna do x minus 2 to the 4th power. Okay.
I hate it.
So you know how we did an A and B? X is kind of like our A. Negative 2 is kind of like our B. So we're gonna go through. So to start with, we need row 4 in Pascal's triangle. Alyssa, what's row 4?
Okay.
I know it's gonna start with 1.
That was all AB.
Okay. So 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay. My row 4 in Pascal's triangle
Row
is this.
4 is 1, 4, 6, 4, 1.
Did you give me row 3?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get for trusting you. Alright, that's trusting you. I know, that's why I called on you. Wake you up. Alright, what's row 4?
1, 4, 6, 4, 1.
1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Okay. That is row 4 in Pascal's triangle for realties now. Okay. So, binomial theorem says you start with
1x minus 2.
this x right here, right? We're going to start with x, and it's going to start with my exponent of 4, and it's going to count down. So I'm going to have x4, x3, x2, x1, x0. Let me make that 0 a little bit better. Yeah. And x0. Okay? Binomial theorem also says we're going to take our b, which in this case is negative 2, and then we're going to start at 0 and count up. So I'm going to have negative 2 to the 0, negative 2 to the 1, negative 2 to the 2, negative 2 to the 3, negative 2 to the 4. And then we just separate all these with plus signs. Plus, 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 plus. And now that we're in a real one, we're going to have to do just a little bit more work.
Skipped the number 2. Okay.
Okay, is everybody with me so far?
No.
Very tired.
Dyslexia.
I know.
I'm actually falling. I fell asleep a little bit.
Okay,
She feels
I'll wait till you get this down.
Oh, there you
I'm going to wait till you get this
That's
down.
2 to 2, right?
Negative 2 to 2 right here.
What?
Negative 2 to 2.
Yeah, negative.
Yeah. Oh, no, no, we're still working.
On this one?
Yeah.
What's up with it?
What's negative 2 to 0?
It's solid.
Yeah, not solved. It's in
Oh,
0.
It's 1.
Wait.
Negative 2 to the 0?
Hang, we're going through it. I'm just waiting for everybody to catch up first.
Ah.
There's a lot to
Oh,
write. You not remember Algebra 1? What's anything to the 0 power?
Oh, yeah.
0.
1.
0.
Anything to 0 power is 1.
I just did that last year.
All right, everybody got this down so far. Devin, you got this down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy teacher right here.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we've got this mostly done, but we have to go through and simplify. So, for example, what's 1 times x to the 4? Just x to the 4, right? What's negative 2 to the 0 power?
Apparently it's 1.
It is 1. It is 1. So what's x to the 4 times 1?
What?
Just x to the 4, right?
Yeah, you just leave it.
I have x to the 4 for my first thing. I'm gonna keep going. Plus, I have 4 times x to the 3, right? And then times negative 2 to the 1. What's negative 2 to the 1?
Negative 2.
Negative 2, right? What's 4x to the 3rd times negative 2?
That.
What's 4 times negative 2?
Oh.
Negative 8.
Negative 8, right?
Almost a negative
I have negative 8.
I thought you couldn't combine it.
X to the
Have the
third.
same thingy below.
Yeah, we're multiplying the numbers in front. We didn't add exponents or anything.
Well, what about the variable?
Well, there's only the x.
Shouldn't that work? I don't know math.
What is that?
Okay, and then we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna go plus. I have 6x squared, right? What's negative 2 squared?
Why do we have to simplify these?
Negative 2 squared would be negative 4.
Positive 4, because negative 2 times negative 2 is positive. So I have 6x squared times 4,
Oh man.
which is, what's 6 times 4?
24.
24. I have 24x squared. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Plus, I have 4x, right? Because there's x to the 1. Does that 1 really matter for this exponent?
No.
No. So I have 4x times negative 2 to the 3rd. What's negative 2 to the 3rd power?
Wouldn't it be not? No, be 8.
Negative 8.
Not comprehend.
Negative 8.
Oh yeah.
Negative 2 to the 3rd is negative 8. So what's 4x times negative 8?
Wouldn't it
I
be
swear to God, this is not.
negative 32?
Negative 32x. And then let's keep going. I'm going to have plus. I have 1 times, what's x to the 0?
1.
1. What's 1 times 1?
1.
Okay. I have 1 times negative 2 to the 4. What's negative 2 to the 4?
32.
That's most it.
16.
What was it?
64.
64.
That's-
So I'm going to go plus 64.
Oh yeah. I tried to.
Is it
This-
64, there's no x.
No x. Because what's x to the 0? What's anything to the 0 power?
0.
1. No, 1. Anything to 0 power is 1.
What?
This, okay, look at Desmos.
Let's skip today.
Now. Okay, we got Desmos, right? What's 5 to the 0?
I
Apparently it's 1.
1.
But why is X?
Why
What?
did they one?
We did this in Algebra 1 class.
don't
I
remember.
felt
You
so
forgot
bad.
3. There's no 3
You
or
didn't fall
6.
asleep in Algebra 1.
2,
I
4,
know.
7, 8.
I just
What?
did something random. It's 1. Anything to the 0 power is always 1. I can show you why later.
Show me now.
Show me now.
I
Later.
want to know.
We're getting through this
What?
lesson later. Okay, this is my final answer.
What?
So, instead of going through,
That's the final
There
That's
is
your
a
final
calculator for
That
this.
is whack. 5 problems today. That is the
you're going to have to
most
show
I
your
would-
work and your homework. So.
In the real world, you use a calculator, Volky, so I don't know why you wouldn't use
Because
it.
it's fun.
What kind of stuff would you use as math on in real life?
Smarter balance test.
Afterwards. in careers.
Oh, in careers? You work at NASA.
No,
Probably something like that.
I don't want to do that.
Austin said he
I
wants to
work at
work at NASA.
McDonald's.
Wait, you made it to go back up to 4.
You don't remember?
Slide?
No, I don't. Did I
Math.
sleep?
There's another question on it.
Okay.
You went from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, never
1.
mind. Okay, it was.
Ha.
Got you.
Okay, I was just reading it all
6,
together.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
Then
but I was
0.
reading it all together.
Number?
What the heck is
And I thought
this?
you went with like 6,
Did we
5,
write that
4,
down?
3.
Yes.
You were asleep.
Yes, we did.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, let's do another one. I'll be nicer.
Oh.
I will be nicer. And we'll change this to
To the
the
second.
5th power.
I was
Dang.
gonna say 15. I was
We're going
like,
to change this to the 5th power. Okay. So we're going to use the binomial theorem to expand x plus 3 to the 5th.
1, 5, 10.
So you guys are going to help me out. Oh, Raven, what's row 5 in Pascal's triangle? Yep. Yeah, the whole row. So it's going to start with 1, I know.
1, 5,
1, 5.
10, 10.
Hey,
5,
hush, I can't hear Raven. I'm asking Raven.
1, 1, 1.
What? 1, 5, what?
0, 0, 1, 1,
10.
5,
Like that? Or did I miss something?
You missed the 10.
Oh, 10, 10.
Come on, Rogi.
And then 5 1.
By heart. Whoa.
There's no how to do it. Alright. So, we have row 5 in Pascal's triangle.
Oh, is this on the back?
Yeah, I think so. Alright, Pascal's triangle, row 5. So, Carissa,
Oh?
you got this. No.
Yeah.
What is, I'm going to start here with x, right? What exponent is this x going to have? Because it's like, x is like that a. What am I going to start with? Am I going to start at 0 and count down? We're going to start at 5 and go up, right? So 5. Okay, Kayla, on this one right here, I'm going to have x to the what power? 4. James, on this 10 right here, what am I going to have my x to the what? 3. Jaden, what about on this 10? X to the what? And Helena on this 5? And then Devin on this
Ah,
1.
I skipped
0.
5 on
Yeah.
here.
X 0. Okay? Alright. Then we have to have a 3 in here. So I'm going to have 3, and what is my power going to start off with, Dazen?
Do we do plus 3 or just
0.
It's actually a times in there, I just didn't write it. 3, 0, right? Austin, what's this next 3?
Oh, it's a
Oh,
time?
1.
Yeah, 1. There's actually times in between there, I just wasn't writing them all.
So wait, so
I thought it was.
it's the times after plus?
Actually, it'll be, okay. Let's do the rest of these, then I'll put my pluses in there.
Oh.
Ah,
Wait, no, I thought.
So 0, 1, 2,
Last,
3, 4, 5.
last,
0.
the last one
1.
we did, we put -2.
Because we
Oh,
ended up
because
getting a
it
negative.
was times
Yeah.
-2. Okay.
Got a negative. Alright, so then I have 3 squared,
Multiply.
3, 3,
Just to make sure.
Multiply.
3, 4.
multiply.
Which one?
X to the 5th plus
This one?
15.
It's 3 to the 0.
X
But
to
is
the
it
4th.
And then I gotta separate each one of these with a plus sign.
Oh.
they're all the same thing. It's x
to the
plus
3rd.
3.
Oh.
Like that.
Plus.
Okay, so I've got this set up with my binomial theorem. I just have to go through and simplify it a little bit.
Plus.
It's not
What? 270.
Okay, so we're gonna look at each term. I have 1 x to the 5th, right? Times, what is 3 to the 0?
1.
1. What's x to the 5th times 1?
X.
X to the 5th, right?
These are big numbers.
So I go x to the 5th. Plus, I have 5x to the 4th. Times, what's 3 to the 1?
I messed up.
That's what happens.
3. What's 5x to the 4th times 3?
It'll be 15.
Oh, no,
X to the
15.
4th.
Yep.
X to the 4th.
15x to the 4th, right? And I keep going. Plus, I have 10x to the 3rd, and then times 3 squared. What's 3 squared?
9,
What's 10 times 9?
90.
So I have 90x to the 3rd. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Plus, I have 10x squared, and then times 3 to the 3rd. What's 3 to the 3rd?
27.
27. 27 times 10x squared,
270.
270.
Oh.
X squared, and we're going to keep going. Plus, I have 5x. If I have x to the 1, does it even matter really? The 1?
No.
No. So I just have 5x times 3 to the 4th. And I don't know what that one is off the top of my head.
3 to the 4th.
81.
Yep.
81 times 5.
81.
3 to the 4th is 81?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 81. Okay, yeah. Yeah, 81. I forgot the times 5 part. So we go 81 times 5 and we get 405. I have 405x. Alright, on the next one, I have 1 times x to the 0. What's x to the 0?
1.
0.
No,
Well, it's 1,
It's
but we
1.
don't count it.
it's 1. Anything to the 0 is always 1. Always. I don't care what it is. It's 1.
Thank you.
243.
So I have 1 times 3 to the 5th. What's 3 to the 5th?
43.
Yeah.
3 to the 5th
I don't know.
is
I don't know. That's most of it.
243.
243.
Okay. So I'm going to go plus 243.
These are so bogus.
Oh, it's
Tired.
fun.
These are.
I did this lesson because it's fun.
No.
It's actually a lot
I
easier
don't
than.
know.
Mhm.
I never
It
wanted to
seems
go
scary.
hard,
It's
like,
kind of
guys,
longer
it's
problems,
scary.
but it's not tough.
That's weird.
It's kind of fun. You get to use your triangle. You get to say fun names like Pascal. His first name is like Blaze or like Blaze. I don't know. I don't speak French.
B-L-A-I-S-E.
It's fun to try to pronounce though. All right. I'll give you guys a choice. Do you want to do an in class or do you want to just go to the exit ticket? How many people just want to do that to get done with the lesson?
Wait, what is that?
All right. Well, I guess that's reflected in your homework.
Yeah.
At least you're honest. All right. Skip your exit ticket then.
Honestly, go keep it.
One of her eyes are closed?
Yeah. No, it was like, no.
All right. Skip your exit ticket
The
then.
other eyes barely.
Nice. I will turn on Scranif and put your homework on Google Classroom.
You guys want to take a nap in the class?
Oh, I just gotta keep
I
thinking 40 again.
think so. Yes.
So close.
Yeah. No reason why.
How did you exit
Loki,
ticket? Oh,
you
it's to
need
the
to
fourth.
take naps. You know, sleep is very
Do that.
important.
You had like 18 hours after school ended yesterday to take a nap.
I have things to do.
Like what? Kick rocks at home?
What?
Two
I said like
X.
kick rocks at home.
Oh, I just said play brats at home. I was like, what? Excuse me. It's just your class. I get really tired.
Because it's so fun, it makes your brain tired.
No, go do the exact opposite.
Austin's getting hysterical. He needs sleep.
I think those sleeping pills outside. Okay, I wrote 2x like 6 times.
Alright,
You're gonna write another
Oh,
one
I
later.
messed him up. Wait, it starts at 0. The first one starts
No, it
at.
starts at 4. and
Dang
it's
it.
down, and
See,
then
it didn't
it's
mess up.
up.
Oh my god.
But look, I wrote 2x.
Wait, go,
and
go
I
back
went
to
down
that
without
one side
looking
that
at
I was
the
asleep.
Get it from Maya.
Pascal Rowe.
Because I wrote one thing. Because I asked you what those numbers said, and then I guess I went to sleep.
Get it from Maya.
She's really
Wait.
grumpy right now.
And?
1,
She
2,
can't
X
just do like a little flick and get that
plus
paper over to you?
2,
That's what I caught.
4.
I feel like she's always grumpy in math class.
Because she is.
2x.
You just make
Oh, I have a quiz next period.
Ooh.
Oh, I ran out of space.
She only wrote one thing.
Alright, and your guys' homework, which will be on Google Classroom in a minute. Page 329, number.
Ah, I'm doing this wrong.
Oh, let's do 8 through.
Does anybody even have their books in this class?
Just in
Okay, what's my
case.
book number? They don't have a book.
We'll do
Read
8.
it backwards.
No.
8 and 10.
Okay, that's
When you
that's
go
good
to
one.
8.
Can you print off
Go to
the
10.
assignment, please?
What?
Can you print off the assignment?
Nine.
It's on Google
Guys,
Classroom.
it's better.
I did it backwards 3 times in a row, and I'm out of space.
Yeah, go.
I did it backwards, went back to, did it backwards.
Hang on, I gotta put on Google Classroom stuff. Hang on.
1,
What is it?
Hang on.
I haven't done it.
2x
Go,
to
can you
the
put my
4.
I
water
can't even
bottle?
write numbers.
Can I go
2x
print
times
assignments tomorrow?
2x is 2x squared.
Yeah, they're not on Google Classroom.
Oh, they're not yet? Okay.
2x
Mistake.
is 2x.
12
Will you leave some kind of open for a minute too?
Yeah, it's
Finish
fine.
the exit ticket.
Now it's 12
What's that about?
That makes
I asked
Like,
first.
Really?
62,
Yeah.
that makes 42, that makes 12.
I asked like before we even started the.
Don't you have to apply the x's too?
I know.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I'm totally amazing.
Like, Goki, how do you do the extra?
Yeah, in a minute. Yeah. About it.
You have to do like 2x. Like, was it 2x to the 4th?
Mm.
Then do like 2x times 2x.
So 2 to the 4, x to the 4.
What did you say?
It'll be 2 to the 4th, x to the 4th.
2 to the 4th.
1, 2, 3,
X to the
4,
Okay.
4, 3, 2.
Oh, my
We'll fix this
head.
for you if you need us
I
to.
don't even
Yeah, I
cheat.
probably should, but you're already making me something.
Yeah, but we can do this for free.
Totally
Okay.
dead.
Do you want us to?
Mm,
Okay,
I don't really use that
I'll
much
mention it
anymore.
to Branson. I'll put in a word code.
come on, I'm gonna bring in my own stuff and say it's part of my room and ask you to fix it.
We got our own stuff.
That's smart.
From
I wanna
home, stuff
drop
from
it
home. I got a table, it's a little rickety.
Oh, that.
Actually, no, I got a chair that broke. It's been here the whole time. It's been in my little closet thing. I promise.
Why don't you let us repair it?
I'll see you Tuesday.
James fell for it.
What?
I don't know if you guys do.
James, you're dumb.
I'm joking about a chair I have at home that I'm gonna say was here the whole time
So we will fix
I
it.
think he's still
for free.
oblivious to the whole situation.
We'll fix it for free anyway.
That's what I told him.
No, I'm paying for this cat box thing.
No, the stuff for free.
Of course you are. I didn't give him free labor.
How much you
The
paying for it?
we'll
40?
fix.
He's paying
No.
$300.
No, he's paying
No.
like one, if that.
Dude,
No,
we gotta charge
it's
an
like
interest.
75.
Brandon said it was 90.
He said it might be 90.
Oh.
Then he told me 75 today, I think.
I
Oh,
think that's because he didn't want you to be butthurt.
yeah. He's like, oh, go and do it.
I was willing to go up
I
to
would
90.
say it was like
Yeah,
$5 and
Goki's
gave it to you
rolling
for like a
away.
giant check.
Goki's
Not quite.
He's
Alright, your homework is on Google Classroom.
And he's pocket change.
Fine, a print.
Totally.
Print.
Goki, we need help.
With what?
The whole thing.
I don't know what to do.
You don't know how to start it.
Alright, what's row 4?
I don't know. Oh wait,
4,
1, 4, 6, 4, 1.
Wait, hang on.
12,
What?
42,
What's row 4?
62,
1,
42,
4,
12.
6, 4, 1.
Oh,
You
no.
already froze.
12, 42, 62, 42, 12.
Okay. So we're gonna do.
12, 42,
We're gonna start with 2x, right?
12.
We're gonna have.
12.
Okay, so this is one thing I did forget to say.
Oh,
Because it's
my
2x, when I put in an exponent, it's gonna be like this: 2x to the 4,
We have to
which
add.
is the same thing as 2, 4, x4.
Can I go print?
Yay.
Same thing as 2, 4, x4. You learned this in Algebra 1 also. Don't even try it.
You skipped over this, I
No.
guarantee it.
So we got 2, 4, x4, right?
Name the
Then we're gonna
day
have 2 to the
that we
3,
did this thing.
x to the 3. Then we're gonna have 2 to the 2, x to the 2,
It's 12, 42, 62.
2 to the 1, x to the 1,
Where'd
and
you
2
put
to the
x to that
0,
one?
x to the 0, right?
What? No,
What is
that's not how you do it. Wow, God.
Alright, and then
I'm
we
re-
start
I'm
with
reading.
another
We
2,
wrote it 4 times already.
2 to the 0, 2 to the 1, 2 to the 2, 2 to the 3, 2 to the 4,
My eyes start.
put some plus signs in between here, and then you have to go through and simplify. That's all I'm doing.
I'm doing it up here now.
Thanks, that's all I need to use.
I can't write.
Come on, James.
Why did it have 3?
Yeah, no, I gave it to,
So nothing goes on the floor?
I know that one.
Okay, 42.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God, I messed up again.
Who's doing?
Some trash music. That's easy.
I don't listen to that kind of music no more.
No,
Wait,
you
what?
listen
What kind of
to
music is it? Which is
Country.
Country boy.
So wait, what exponent goes on the 2?
Which one?
The last 2. Plus 2.
On
No.
the very far right side?
Yeah.
You do not.
0, 1, 2,
12,
3, 4.
4, x4. 0, 5.
No, it's 1 time. Okay. Times. Okay, it's not a 12. That's a 1. Yeah. Times.
She actually wants to work for one.
I want you to do this again.
You're saying that out loud, so both of
These
you.
are all times. And there is a brownie point, huh? These are all times is between them.
So there's no plus 2s?
No.
What happened to the 2 at the end then?
It's times 2 to 4. At the very end. Very, very end. Okay, we're gonna go through and simplify these, right?
Assignments.
I
Okay.
haven't even written it down yet.
Alright, I have 1 times 2 to the 4th. Which I think is 64.
Almost.
Yeah, no, 16. 1 times 16 times x to the 4 times 2 to the 0 is 1, right?
I said, surprisingly, it wasn't Jaden's fault this time.
Keep going.
Freaking
4 times 2 to the 3rd times 2 to the 1.
I printed just a couple extra, just in case.
So now it's 16.
4 times 2 is 4.
And we get 64.
This is like worse than matrices.
It's not worse than matrices. You couldn't do x the matrices.
No,
You can do those ones. You're just being lazy. Keep going. 6 times 2 squared times 2 squared.
6 times 2 times
I saw 62.
smallest person.
96. And I got this x squared, right? 96 x squared.
This kind of confusing.
No, I don't like this.
It would help if you didn't sleep through it.
Help if there was a number in front of it. There should
Okay.
just be X
So plus 4 times 2 to the 1 times 2 to the 3.
4 times 2
This is another 64.
I keep messing up. Yeah, right now. What happened?
Plus
I wrote
1 times 2 to the 0 times 2 to the 4.
I don't know somebody. I know.
Wait a second.
Oh,
Plus 16. Because x to the 0 doesn't matter, right? There you go.
Oh, it's 1 times. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I thought it was addition.
So, as you guys go through this, if you're not sure
Man, that's wild.
what your like big number here is, plug each piece into Desmos. So like this part right here is 1 times 2 to the 4 times 2 to the 0, right? Plug that whole thing into Desmos and you get 16.
Who's 16?
This thing right here.
Oh, we can plug it into Desmos?
Yeah, you can plug the whole thing into Desmos. I'm just doing it in my head to save time.
Oh, Goki.
You could plug this whole next one into Desmos too. So that would be 4 times 2 to the 3 times 2 to the 1. Plug it straight into Desmos. And you get 64.
Times 21?
2 to the 1.
I'm tired.
No, I'm
You go through and do the whole thing.
Oh, Buzzo.
I probably
Oh,
won't do this.
good.
How do you want us to do exponents?
Now you
Just type in like regular numbers. Yeah.
It's taking forever.
X minus y would be
How
negative.
many times ever do I write it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. This is retarded.
Alright, you guys got like a minute left. Put your Chromebooks away. You better work on this over the weekend. If you need help, you should probably get Remind and message me.
Dude, I keep forgetting to have it.
I have a mind. What's the assignment? Can you move real quick?
Page 329, grade through 10.
I'll do it Monday. Never mind, Tuesday.
Have a nice weekend. Remember, no school Monday. See you Tuesday.
Go here, Susan.
I won't be here. I'll be at EOU.
What?
It's not your game.
Tuesday, you're going to EOU?
Log out, log back in real quick.
I should probably tell her I want to bail out.
Yeah, too. Why?
Dude, you would. We have workshop tomorrow? Ooh, good.
Yeah, you got a game though.
Yeah, you guys got a game.
I like 8.
It's not working.
Jaden is a little child.
I did what you just said.
Where are your Cheetos, Daisy?
Whoa, Cheetos. Where did these come from? I think I'm just gonna eat them.
Trust desk Cheetos.
I don't know. They look good.
I wish I was. Dude, Kiara. It'd be amazing if I was Kiara. Who's not listening to me now?
Speaking of that, I gotta tell you about a story last night. I actually gotta tell you a story about the last party that I went to with Ryan too.
Honestly, that
Right
sounds like
before you
fun
left.
right now.
Dude, that's what I'm doing this.
Do quick thinker.
Thank you. For you? I can tell. Ooh, were you and DeAndre like bitching on fourth period?
Fourth period?
Yeah, fourth.
I'll
No,
be
fifth.
feeling fourth
Fifth.
period.
Fifth.
No, not really.
Oh, because she said you guys were, you and DeAndre were hazing
She?
his family.
Oh,
Said you guys were hazing Mitchie, you and DeAndre.
I was talking about this. We're all left off.
Yeah. You could just easily catch it.
You think you did get the like that? Oh, it's
I'll say like, hard to say. Count if it's like if it's flat, probably like that.
Yeah,
But if it wasn't, probably like
thing,
I like that
whatever,
too.
yeah.
that
If
stuff
it was
that we have.
not, then
Like
yeah.
in
Oh, we
terms of
have
like
that
about
poetry stuff thingy. That
Yeah.
made us so good.
That-
Like,
It's
we're
like
supposed to
that.
either like bring something like a piece of poetry that we wrote or a video. Like what's our favorite poetry video or something like that. Okay, I'll show you mine. You know what? I didn't write poetry. I just wrote a video.
get one?
Like find a video of like somebody. And it's your favorite.
I'm getting one of them, right? Bet. Bet? Yeah. Alright, bro.
How did I sign in even though?
Oh, was that from Jason then? Hopefully it's from him.
Hey, Carter. He did his handmade. It's funny.
They should not eat.
Whoa, it's bad. Not good.
This is the one I said. Please me.
Oh my god.
Put headphones in, whoever's got that going.
Did you see the video I picked? For the poetry thing?
Like this, huh, Goki? Like,
Oh,
that's how you find it? If they're similar?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Are we having
Ryan.
Yeah.
Enough, whoever's got that going.
Oh, yeah, good.
What? It's funny.
I don't care.
Slam. Poetry. Really? I call Goku Beats.
Wait, so what are we doing? Oh, you're just saying if they're similar or not?
Yes.
Mr. Goldie, can I make a quick announcement before you start?
Sure.
The kids that are going to the BOU on Monday,
Yeah.
please go to Mr. Branson's room today at 3:15 for the last 10 minutes of class.
Okay.
Darn it. Okay.
3:15.
Oh, that sucks, it's not similar. You already got Socrative open?
Yeah, I just. Oh, wait, hang on. Finish.
Mine? Oh, what?
What?
You forgot to
No, he didn't,
I want to go play.
We'll see me after school.
okay. Did I do something?
Yep.
Oh, no, that'll do. Okay.
Maybe it was something good.
Who knows? Who knows?
I think it's good, right?
You're gonna get a cupcake.
Yep.
Oh my god, no, they're not similar.
Alright,
Because you don't
Socrative's
like
turned on.
parties.
So, if they are similar, I want you to give me the scale factor. If they're not similar, just type in NS. They're not similar.
You better change the thing then.
AS?
NS.
Oh, NS. And enter. Done. That was fun. Good challenge, Goki, good challenge.
No problems.
Wait, they are similar?
They're not?
They're not.
Come on. Do you have your chapstick today?
There's some.
Okay, was that?
We had to take a picture for national lunch.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You're just.
No warm-up points for them.
That's sad.
I'm joking. Just go if you're in there. Alright, we got Tyler,
Only
Caleb.
the men are.
Hey,
Chloe.
I'm still on my Socratic.
Only the
My
men
bad.
are. That's damn.
Trista, Lark, Harley.
How's your day, Goki?
Front pocket.
Alright.
Small zip.
Nick.
Small
Josephina. Right, I'll give you 2 more minutes for the warm-up. Then we're getting going, getting started. Going started. Getting going.
Like a bag of first food.
Oh, there's a
What? I'm out of pencils. I got a pen if you want it, but check desks. No, because I'll hit Tristan beforehand.
You're a teacher. How do you not have?
Because I ran out. I had like 5 this morning, and now I'm out.
You should have like 20 million in your desk, like every other teacher.
Miss K always has pencils.
man.
It's more like Halloween. So does.
I run out.
Be more like Miss K.
I run out all the time.
Yeah.
I go through like a box a day.
Be more like Miss K.
I go through a box a day.
Miss K's like
At least he
so
tried.
organized and everything.
At least he
I have-
tried.
Yeah,
What's
look at
usually?
your room and look at Miss Candy.
At least he tried.
Do you see my? Do you think it's easy doing things that's little insert corner cut off garbage?
I'm just kidding. Switch rooms.
And she has windows, so
Get
don't
a
even.
different room.
Don't even.
He doesn't
I'm
sleep
allowed
like
to have
48
some
hours,
breaks.
No, more like 9 hours.
In your dungeon.
Crusty corner.
Rusty. You get the rusty
Okay, how do you do this again?
That's a good question.
You should just
Don't
miss
do it. He's
Perkins's
lying.
room.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not big enough.
It isn't.
It's not big enough for me. As much as I would like a window, that would
This
be
is what
way
you got
worse.
too, huh?
I didn't find anything.
And it's not that cool.
Common sense.
It's a pretty small
8
window
and double and 4,
anyways.
4.5 and 9.
But at least it's there.
Miss K has like the perfect windows. Yeah, she does. Oh, I think Branson has nice room because
So perfect
it
that
gets
a
nice
shooter
lighting
could
in
just
there.
point out
His
the
room's
window
big.
and shoot everyone up
Yeah,
if they
it's pretty
want.
big
It's
and
so
it's like.
perfect that there's always musky in there. Yeah, it is.
What is
Miss
musky?
Candy's windows are so perfect that
No,
shooter
it's
could just
not.
point out the
It's always
shoot.
like
They
Shooter
Do you know what?
just kill all those kids.
Do you know what
in there.
muskie means?
So you just
Sometimes okay, chill. First off,
You know what? You know what muskie
Oh,
means?
and also
talk
in
about
Branson's,
that.
in Branson's,
Human
you could just
third.
easily
No.
do like a
Don't
smoke
think
about
grenade.
it.
yeah, but there's a TS.
hold on. I'll
Think like the boys
But
basketball
if you
team
go
was
in
in
that
there
one
for
room,
like
you
30
can
minutes
throw
after a
smoke in
game
there, too.
without
So
taking
no
a
matter
shower
what,
or
maybe
changing.
smoke
Yeah.
that.
And then left. That's musky, what that smell is. Not like
Smoke
super
that.
bad, like really in your face bad, but still
It
not.
means so many ways.
No,
to
it
win.
does not feel like that in Branson. It's like
I don't know. I can't smell, so I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Well,
I have like no sense of smell.
Oh my gosh, when I searched up musk, it just searched up beyond.
my dad said he's a little Branson. He really thinks he's good.
Alright.
Oh, my homework. All right.
We're getting started.
My homework. Wilkie, isn't everybody here today?
I didn't turn it yesterday, but
Yeah.
it's done.
So then why is there? Oh, never mind.
No, but it's not.
Why is there what?
Never mind.
Goki, your room is
Goki,
so
look at
safe.
this.
I feel safe in here.
It's ripping.
That is good.
Uh-huh. Gotta be gentle. Don't mess with them.
Compared to all the
Gotta be
other
clean.
classes, there's the
Give it words of praise. Like you're a good little binder. You don't need to rip.
Oh, sorry.
What about it?
It's ripped all the way over here.
Uh-huh.
Goki, you should be happy because in this room you don't have like if it gets cold, it gets too cold in here or too hot in here if it's cold outside. So you're lucky.
It gets really hot in here when it's hot outside.
Yeah.
Summer is
It depends on the class.
But if they have an AC,
That's-
then it'll be much better.
Does this
Yeah.
school have AC?
Barely.
Barely.
Yeah, it's got AC. It's not the greatest, but it's here. I'll keep you from.
Plus, no one
It's
could
not
do
as
anything
bad as
in
the
this
middle
room.
school. The middle school doesn't have AC.
No, they just got it like
Yeah.
2 years ago. Like
yeah,
last year.
They got it when we were there.
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I
Well,
subbed
when-
there a couple times before they
When it
got
did
it. The
it, it
giant
was horrible.
airport fans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our
here's
old
that.
school
And you
had
were like,
these, yeah, our old school had these, what is it, kind of fans at the top of our roof or
Mhm.
the ceiling, so we can, if there was a fire, you would get all the smoke out.
Yeah.
And so they tested every like 6 months, and that they vacuumed the whole kind of, what was it, the school, and no one can go in and go out because of the air difference between the school and outside was so
Oh yeah.
great.
Yeah, pressurization. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you'd have to have 3 people just to open a door. Someone like me or like me. And then you'll see the whole, like, everything blow open. It was so cool.
When I went in Hermiston, I went to the school in Hermiston, so we had fire drills, but we didn't have earthquake drills. We had shelter in place drills in case there was ever a leak at the Umatilla Army Depot.
Oh,
Where
God.
they, where they stored all those chemical weapons.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
used to have those.
So we'd all go in the gym and they'd overpressurize it and your ears would pop like you're going up a hill or something.
Wow.
That's so
Mm.
cool.
They had big cabinets full of MREs in case we had to stay in there for a week. Good times.
That's cool.
For a week.
Did you ever have to do that?
We did drills, but we never had any leaks. or anything.
That's good.
Okay.
We didn't actually need to do it. We were far enough away, but people panicked and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do this."
Why'd you close it, Titi?
Just in case you never
Yeah.